Super Mario Party Jamboree comes out in literally just 2 days, which is super exciting, and of course, all the reviews are officially in. So what I like to do is combine all the reviews and kind of give you guys an overview based on what all the reviewers thought. Instead of you having to watch every single one and try to figure it out for yourselves, I'm combining the good and the bad all in one video so that way you know what you're getting into. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Stop what you're doing. A lot of you watching this video right now are not yet subscribed. So make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. It helps out a lot. Let's see how many people we can get to subscribe from this one video. But without further ado, let's jump into the Super Mario Party Jamboree reviews. Normally reviewers kind of think alike, and every now and then you get that game where everyone's just completely mixed, and I feel like this is definitely one of those games. This was probably one of the hardest ones I had to pull from because there's so many mixed reviews. There was even really high score reviews, but still had lots of negative, which got me confused, but overall it still has really good scores, sitting at an 81 on Metacritic, which means as of right now, it is the highest rated Mario Party game ever. Even with this massive success, there are some mixed thoughts about this game, but let's dive into it. So first off, let's start off with the boards. Apparently, the boards are really good, and I've pretty much seen this all the way around. Everyone enjoys the boards, and there's 7 of them, with 2 of them returning from past games, but they are really well done, feel like classic Mario Party at the core. Every single one of them is a hit with 0 misses, apparently, and they are all done very well with unique themes. Nintendo Life making the claim that these are the best party boards and mini games the series has ever had. IGN also mentioned that there's actually some unique dialogue based on the characters that you choose, which is pretty interesting. For instance, if you're Bowser Jr. and talk to a Koopa Troopa, he'll say sir, and like he's like working for Bowser Jr., which is pretty cool. Or a Boo talking to Boo will like mention things like it looking like a reflection and stuff. And that's just little details that I am super excited to have in a game like Mario Party, which is not needed but definitely appreciated. Now I'm going to state this up front, Eurogamer actually hated the game, like absolutely hated almost everything about it. I'm surprised they rated it as high as they did, and I'll get into that later on. But yeah, they said the boards are boring as you're still waiting for your turn to go, which is strange because didn't everyone complain about Mario Parties 9 and 10 trying to fix that with the one cart and it was just stupid? But at the same time, Eurogamer's complaining about everyone having to move separately, which is a little strange. But also claiming that there's not enough stars. A lot of the time you'll be fighting for 1 or 2 stars by the very end of the board, which could be a valid complaint. But what about the mini games? Well, once again, this is a completely mixed bag because Eurogamer says that they are all very boring with only a couple of highlights and claims that a lot of them are super repetitive and you'll be doing the same type of games over and over again, and it just kind of dragged on. GameSpot was in the same boat, claiming that a lot of the mini games were pretty much mixed, as a lot of them were based on hope everyone doesn't pick the same one or it doesn't count type of mini games, which we've definitely had in the past, and I have to agree, I hate those style of mini games where you have to pick an option that's different from everyone else in order to get anything or make any progress, and it's just not a lot of fun when you keep repeating that same mini game. Maybe one of them I get, but not a lot of them. Also, they claim with over 100 mini games, which there's actually 112 in the game, only 50 of them are actually regular mini games that you'll play from the boards, meaning the other mini games are spin-off mini games for these side modes. So Nintendo kind of snuck a lie in there because there are 112 mini games, but only 50 of them are actual mini games. But then IGN and Nintendo Life come in and say, nope, you guys are wrong. Apparently there still is around 50 basic mini games compared to the other side mode mini games, but IGN said they're all great, like literally pretty much no duds. They're all a lot of fun, and so does Nintendo Life, saying that the mini games are some of the best and they don't hate any of them. So a complete mixed bag here, where you have some people saying that they're some of the worst in the series, some people are saying there's some of the best in the series. So this definitely is a case of it comes down to what type of mini games that you enjoy the most, because some people love these, some people hate these. So who knows? IGN specifically loved the character showdown minigames, which they said was awesome recreations of that character's history. For instance, Luigi's minigame is based on him being trapped in a mansion and you having to make your way to him, doing puzzles and going through different rooms, which is pretty cool, where Donkey Kong's is based on a rhythm-based bongo game, and yeah, apparently these minigames are some of the highlights. They're also apparently some of the longest minigames and more in-depth than the others. And once you complete a character showdown and you win, you actually get that Jamboree buddy with you you as a partner on the board, but apparently it's extremely easy for that partner to be stolen. Someone literally just has to pass you and they get your partner, which can be pretty annoying if you worked really hard and, you know, competed in that long mini game just to lose your partner, and then whoever took your partner to win the game at the very end can be kind of frustrating. There is a single player mode this time around where you go across all the boards and completing tasks for NPCs, bringing them things, and also competing in mini games. And apparently this is actually fun and a nice little addition according to Nintendo Life, but Eurogamer once again is on the complete opposite and says it's boring and really just has no value to it. Both Eurogamer and GameSpot talk about how it's a Mario Party game and it really doesn't need a single player experience, which I do not agree with. I feel like there's a lot of times where some people just don't have people to play with in that moment, or maybe at all, and they just want to do some things alone, and maybe they don't have that large family or a large group of friends to play Mario Party, and this is perfect for those type of people, even like myself, where a lot of the time I just want to relax and maybe do something alone before everybody comes over. I think this is a fun addition nevertheless, and it didn't need to be anything super special. But apparently you do have to play single player to unlock a lot of stuff for the game, including certain mini games and boards, which is a little disappointing that you have to do this before you can just jump into some mini games and stuff with your friends, which means as soon as you get the game, you might want to go through the single player mode. There's lots of stuff to unlock, like rewards based on a battle pass, which is free, don't worry, you don't have to pay for anything, and also stickers for a postcard that you get to decorate, so there's stuff to collect as well. Then we go to the side modes. With Koopathlon, Nintendo Life loves it and says it's refreshing and fun and a neat way to play with tons of other players online. Where IGN kind of had a mixed feeling with this one, saying Koopathlon was okay and Bowser's Kaboom Squad was just a good start to something good, but not great, and both of these modes can get old very, very fast. GameSpot says Koopathlon doesn't feel fully baked, very similar to what IGN said, and said Bowser Kaboom Squad is just okay, in modes that they would probably only play once or twice and probably never return to. And GameSpot absolutely hates Imposter Bowser, and I can't blame them because it is weird that you can't play as Bowser in this one mode. It's just a giant fake Bowser. Like, they couldn't come up with anything else, like a giant Robo Bowser or some type of giant monster from the series. So it's a silly complaint, but definitely a valid one in my eyes. And then we have the motion control games with Motion Island, and they are all very according to GameSpot, where Flight School just sucks and it gets tiring really quickly. Rhythm Kitchen is fun for a little while, and Toad's Item Factory claimed to be like an iPhone game to GameSpot, something quick and simple just to add to the list of motion games. Now, IGN also came to the same verdict, saying that the single player modes and even the motion control modes just felt like a small distraction to the overall main game. And because of all these modes, Eurogamer's final verdict was just, there's too many side modes that add absolutely no value. And GameSpot says the same thing, saying it felt very bloated, whereas just tons of stuff that wasn't that interesting, and the game still had some deep flaws. But IGN and Nintendo Life were on the same spectrum, thinking the game had a lot to offer, even the side modes, and even Nintendo Life would go as far to say that this is the best Mario Party game ever. Eurogamer gave the game a 2 out of 5 and actually gave it a 4 out of 10 on Metacritic. GameSpot gave it a 6 out of 10, IGN with a 9 out of 10, and Nintendo Life with a 9 out of 10. From what I've seen personally, it looks like it could be a 7 to an 8 out of 10. I don't know how in the world you get a 4 out of 10 out of this. I mean, even though I haven't played the game and it's hard for me to just agree or disagree with that, 4 out of 10 to me is pretty much a broken game. It's a game that just does not work. So that's a pretty low score. In fact, it's one of the lowest scores on Metacritic. So yeah, I know people are going to have fun with Eurogamer on that one. But what are my thoughts? Obviously not playing the game yet. From what I can hear, obviously Mario Party is based on the boards and minigames, so my only real sadness is probably the fact that there's only like 50 real minigames for the boards, where the others are spin-off minigames. I really wish there were more, considering the fact that yes, the past game with Mario Party Superstars just had like over 80, so that's definitely a little bit of a decrease there. But I'm glad that there's any side modes to play at all. Like the fact that there's literally some extra modes to have fun with, no matter if they're motion control or if they're a little bit underbaked, it's still an addition to what's already a pretty good looking Mario Party game with 7 really good boards and over 50 fun mini games, plus another 50 fun mini games tied to side modes. I really can't wait to dive into this game, and hopefully the mini games aren't as bad or as bland as GameSpot and Eurogamer said. I hope I am on the same page with IGN and Nintendo Life, where I really enjoy them, but only time will tell because the game comes out this Thursday in literally just 2 days. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about these reviews. Have they kind of changed your opinion on the game? Have they made you more excited, less excited? Let me know down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out, and like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See ya, guys.